Hello, everyone. Alrighty, had a pretty great card last night. Lots of finishes on the card. Very exciting early part of the card. The prelims were super great. Um, Overall, I'd give this card about a, let's say, 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. Really great card. Starting off at the bottom, all the way working our way to the top, the main event. Starting off with Modestus Bukauskas, getting it done in round one, just like I predicted. Um, Honestly, I just didn't see how that. I figured it's something with seek something. Um, Again, that dude just like the first 51 seconds of his first UFC fight, he got absolutely blown out. So he gets blown out for the second time of his second UFC fight. Not a good look for him. And yeah, I don't know how long we're going to be in the UFC going out in the first round twice in a row for our first two UFC fights. Anyways, moving on. Nurkalta Ruzaboyev, I forgot. Nurkalton Ruzaboyev gets it done with round two. TKO just comes out there. He had him hurt at the end of the first round, and then he realized, oh, I can actually just take this guy out. And then started the second round, he just came after him and just got the job done, got him to cover up, knocked him down, did his thing, and yeah, gets it done in round two by TKO. I said round one or round two, so we got that one right as well. Unfortunately, not all of them we got right, which you will see coming up. But next we have Austin Vanderford getting it done with a round two TKO. I said round three, but gets it done in round two. Crazy after the fight, the guy comes up to him, Nikolai Krenikov, I think that's whatever his name is. Not going to be in the UFC, so I'm not going to really need to remember his name anymore. Comes up after the fight, pushes him behind his back, still trying to start shit. Dude, you got ground and pounded. I'm sorry, even if you are defending with your hand like this, like if you're not moving, and that's what the ref calls out for as well. They tell you, hey, you need to move, fighter, move, defend yourself. And yes, defending yourself like this is something, but if you don't move, you don't try to get up, like they're gonna stop it. So Austin Vanderford gets it done. He's gonna be fighting at 170. I'm not sure who they would give him next at 170 that I could think of in the unranked areas. Um, Maybe him versus Mike Malott in the future or something like that. Um, but yeah, Austin Vanderford, he's fought with Gegard Mousasi and a lot of other top MMA stars. So yeah, maybe he gets in the top 15. We'll see. Um, Anyways, moving on. Jared Basharat. I had him by decision or split decision against Ricky Simone, and Ricky Simone, after like a three-fight loss skid, decides to revitalize his career and brutally knock out Javid Basharat. I mean, Javid Basharat's eyes were just, like looking up and to the side pretty much after that KO. Dude was completely knocked out cold. Beautiful. I believe it was a 1-2 that ended up taking him out. Um, just absolutely brutal KO. I was not expecting that at all. So I ended up getting that pick wrong because I thought Basharat was gonna end up doing a good job of sticking to the outside, flicking a couple shots out there. Um, but yeah, no, Ricky Simone just was like, all right, KO time. Hey, I know I've been losing a lot UFC, but let me brutally KO this guy. Stay on UFC. Anyways, moving up now to Mansour Abdul Malik versus Mr. Klein. Dude, Klein just looked so horrible, bro. Dude looked like he was like his fighting stance was like this, bro. He's like crouched down, like you know, going like this. Just looked like an idiot out there with his fighting style. And what was hilarious too is that he even had a moment where he had a lot of success. He hit a spinning back fist that rocked Maestro Abdul Malik, but instead of trying to finish the dude, he ends up going for a takedown, and that's what the story of this fight was. Klein was scared of trading with him on the feet, so he was shooting for his life. But unfortunately, he doesn't know how to shoot for his life, so he ends up getting brutally, TKO'd by Mansour Abdulink. Not in the first round, but in the second. Basically, Mansour Abdulink just gets tired of him, and after he Klein failed another takedown, he just kind of just shoved him off of him. It was like, all right, enough of this. Just shoved him off, went after him, got the TKO in round 2. So good for him. He's got to be having, Klein should have been taken out in the first round, if I'm going to be completely honest. He had nothing for him on the feet. He should have just started throwing bombs, pressing him up against the cage. And even if you can't hit him on the feet initially, bro, he could have taken him down and just started ground and pounding him. Klein had nothing for him in all areas. So, yeah, great fight for Mansour Abdulmalik. He's going to be 8-0 now with lots of finishes and TKOs. So it'll be interesting who they put him up against next. And then unfortunately, moving up, we have Andre Fili getting subbed in round 1 against Costa. Man, Andre Fili, what happened to that veteranship experience, man? Dude, like, he looked like an amateur out there against Costa. He's getting kicked just nonstop, getting flicked by little shots by Costa, and just unable to respond with anything massive. I was telling him, I was like through the screen, hey, start your own kick game up. That's what I never understand with some fighters. Like, why don't you guys go tit for tat with the kicks? If someone kicks your leg, get one right back at them, Like, someone just kicks you in the body, respond with a body kick of your own. And then they'll start throwing, I'm obviously the best MMA expert coach in the world, so I know what each fighter needs to win to get to the UFC championship level. But Andre Fili, unfortunately, both these guys are just wishy-washy fighters. Back and forth on getting a win, getting a loss. So, I mean, yeah, I picked Andre Fili. I think he's like plus 120. I had him by round 1 and round 2 KO or TKO. But yeah, Costa just literally didn't even wasn't even really Andre Fili just put his head in for a guillotine, and Costa's like, okay, just gonna choke you out. Taps instantly in your hometown, by the way. Next, moving up the card, we got Ibo Aslan getting submitted by Ion Cutelaba. Who saw this coming, by the way? This was absolute. I think it was a plus 1,200 chance that this would happen. Of Ion Cutelaba getting his first ever UFC submission out of 18 fights in the UFC. Like, absolutely crazy work by Cutelaba. Gets rocked. I thought he was going to get put out of there. I'm like, great. He's rocked now. He's going to start throwing crazy like he always does. But, dude, he shot for a takedown. Got on top of Ibo Aslan. And then Ibo Aslan just was, like, had nothing for him down there. Literally had nothing. And, yeah, not really great for Turkey right now. Because Ibo Aslan is, like, their only guy. They don't have anyone else really in the UFC. I bet Ibo Aslan has like a big following, kind of like Nurgulton Ruzaboyev. They both have like crazy, like Nurgulton Ruzaboyev. He has like over 1 million followers on Instagram. I'm sure this Ibo Aslan guy has like close to 1 million. Whenever they're only like the only person representing their country, they tend to get a lot of followers. Same thing with Ensure Jubilee. Dude's like 7-2 or whatever, but he has like over 1 million followers. Well, that's because it's India too. India has like billions of people in it. Anyways, Ibo Aslan does not get the job done. Cutelaba subs him in round 1. Absolutely crazy. Moving on to Julius Walker versus Menefield. Maybe he's Julius. I'm saying Julius because that sounds, because there's a J in it. If you have a J in your name, why not pronounce the J? Julius Walker versus Menefield. Menefield gets it done by decision. Absolutely crazy here because Menefield just like has the worst striking ever. Like, Julius Walker, if he just decided to actually throw down with him in that first round a bit more, I think he gets it done. I think he gets it done in the first round by KO or TKO. But dude just kept shooting for takedowns constantly. It was so annoying watching him land good shots on Alonzo Menifield and then go for a takedown and waste his time not getting it. Because Alonzo Menifield, he did a great job at stopping all those takedowns. Did it? Like, I'm sorry, I didn't see it much of anything of consequence landed by Alonzo Menifield. I think he landed like a couple good pot shots that may have snapped back Walker's head. But other than that, like, he didn't have any crazy big moments. Walker was the one, I believe he dropped Benefield too in the first round. I'll have to relook back at that. But yeah, unfortunately, Benefield stays in top 15 light heavyweight position. This was a ranked fight, which is absolutely insane. A lot of people are gonna make fun of this because this did not look like a ranked fight. It was very sloppy on both of their ends. But yeah, Alonzo Menifield gets it done by decision. Crazy. Next, we go on to John Silva. This is a pick I got right. Now, I had it by round 2 or round 3 KO or TKO because John Silva tends to do this thing where he, like, just messes around with his opponent and then he just starts getting serious and then finishes them. Like, he's all, like, dabbing them up, shaking their hands. Like, that is one thing that annoys me so much when this happens to fighters and they let it happen to him, and like he gets away with this so much. I'm unfortunately there's gonna be a day where I'm looking forward to John Silva getting knocked out brutally because he's shaking the guy's hand after he lands like a good hook or something on him. Ugh. God, I had heartburn all day yesterday, so dealing with the after effects of that. But anyways, John Silva just looking absolutely crazy. Had it all put together with the striking. He took, I think, no damage pretty much. Lands a beautiful, I think it was again a 1-2 that put the guy down, and yeah, just was like, you want me to finish him? Okay. Bow, bow, bow. Just started landing body shots with elbows, and then was going to start hitting the head as well with elbows, but it wasn't needed. The ref finally stepped in. They could have called it after he knocked him down, because honestly, he just wasn't. He was like looking at him like, oh, you're going to try to punch me? Ooh. And as soon as that's your reaction to getting knocked, like when you're getting knocked down, when you get knocked down like that and your first reaction is to cover up and cower, like, they should call off the fight because he's not going to be moving from that position. But anyways, John Silva gets it done. Round 1 KO. I think he gets a ranked fight next. He's coming off of 4 great wins, one of those being Drew Dober at lightweight, which just absolutely crazy that he has the ability to just dance around people, be all happy and giddy, basically strike people, kick at them, do whatever he wants, shake their hand, be all giddy, and the other guy just be like, yeah, you're beating my ass, thank you, like, or the other guy will like throw a fast spinning kick or something. He'll be like, "Ooh, you almost got me." And the other guy's like, "Oh yeah," and then they dab up or something. And then John Silva just like, it just starts beating on the guy. Really crazy, really crazy. I hope someone like ends up just kind of knocking his hand away and is like, "No, we're fighting." Like, I know you hit me clean, but I'm gonna try to hit you back now. I'm not gonna dab you up or anything like that. So, absolutely crazy. John Silva gets it done. Next, another fight I predicted incorrectly, unfortunately. John Matsumoto, I had him by round 1 KO or TKO, or round 2 KO or TKO or submission because Brazilian and stuff like that. He has a black belt in Muay Thai, but we saw none of that. We saw no Muay Thai action from John Silva. No clinch work or anything like that. Where were the elbows? All the Muay Thai things that you expect from a Muay Thai black belt. Unfortunately, Rob Font, dude, he came out so fast in those rounds. He would just be instantly in John's face, just jabbing him, 1-2ing him, and yeah, John Matsumoto. It was a close fight. Definitely had some good shots back, but nothing of consequence. And the takedown time that he had was, again, nothing of consequence either. Rob Font bloodied him up. He did the more damage. Just really dominated. Not really dominated, but just really out, like, damage and classed him a little bit as far as on the feet goes. Just had better posture, had bigger moments and stuff. So yeah, Rob Font gets it done by decision, split decision. I think it was. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Um, Next we move on to Brendan Allen versus Fluffy Hernandez. Hernandez gets it done by decision. Kind of honestly, out of all the fights, this was probably my least favorite one. Um, because there was a lot of grappling heavy exchanges that just were, they definitely went back and forth on some moments, but it was also just like, if they decided to, if Brendan Allen decided to just strike a little bit more with Hernandez, he probably would have had a better chance at winning, honestly. Because he gave up a lot of time trying to grapple with him, accepting being on his back and stuff like that, and trying to go through for too many submissions. Position over submission, as we saw in that fight tonight, and Hernandez just constantly kept superior position and just constantly rode on top of him. Ended up getting the decision. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's next for Brendan Allen. Maybe they do Jared Cannonier versus him. I don't know. There's a lot of middleweight's in an interesting spot right now, with a lot of fights that they can make. Because you got two former champions with Sean Strickland and Izzy Adesanya that probably will be rematching each other next, but also it's like, are they going to give a new contender? Are they going to give a contender like Sean Strickland and Anthony Hernandez, Izzy Hernandez? You know, there's a lot of different moving things. Anyways, moving on to our main event. Man, this one had me pissed off. Really, really pissed off. Not at Henry Cejudo, because the dude got eye poked. And for all the people that are, oh, he was looking for a way out. He's looking for a way out to quit. If you are ever in a fist fight and you got double eye poked, and when you can't see the guy, as Henry was saying, like he cannot see what he's throwing at him. Especially a guy like Song Yadong who throws absolute insane power in a lot of his shots. Like, dude, you don't want to be taking punches that you can't see. Like, he didn't want to get highlight finished, bro. Can you blame him for not wanting to get KO'd or TKO'd by Song Yadong and that be possibly his last fight? I'm guessing he wants another fight, Henry Cejudo. I don't think he'll get the Song Yadong rematch. Kind of doesn't, like, Dana White's pretty adamant on it not going again. I think they should have done Cejudo versus Aldo. Like, that's a great fight right there. Cejudo versus Aldo would be a great Legends fight and a really winnable fight for both of them. Sucks to see Cejudo and Cruz didn't get matched up, because Cejudo probably could have gotten a win against Cruz, blah, 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 you know. I really wanted to see Cejudo win this, so I'm really disappointed to see that he ended up getting eye poked, and that for some reason it counts as a loss against him. Like, it was so stupid and so confusing while it was going on, because he took the full 5 minutes, and then apparently they were like, and then by the end of the 5 minutes he's like, I still can't see, and Jason Herzog was like, all right, we're gonna start the round, but stop it at 1 second so that we can get the doctor in here, and then blah blah blah, do their thing or whatever. They stop the fight, double eye poke. My thing is, why is it not a disqualification? I know he didn't do intentionally, but he did foul Henry Cejudo, I believe, 3 times. And I think we need to start introducing this thing where if you're fouling, intentional or unintentional, even if it's by complete accident, you have to take a point from the fighter. I'm sorry, but you're causing the fight to go in a different direction. If he had not fouled him, then it doesn't matter. The fight goes on how it is. But since he fouled him, that changes how the fight's gonna go. Henry Cejudo's gonna be affected. Pulled groin, gets kicked in the groin twice, gets eye poked twice, I believe. Why don't we? And the whole time too, after he got eye poked, Song Yadong's hands were outstretched like this. I know fighters don't do it intentionally, but hey, dude, your hands were out like this the rest of the time, and Jason Herzog didn't say you're doing anything. So, man, I really think it should have gone to disqualification, or it should have gone to he takes a point away. then we look at the scorecards, and I think Cejudo could have won. I know they probably would have had it for Yadong, but I think he won round. I think he won round 2. I know the significant strike numbers had it for Yadong, but Cejudo was landing some really good shots. He bloodied Yadong's nose and was getting that, I think it was the left side of his face, really bruised up and really affecting Song Yadong's vision of his own. So, yeah, sucks to see it go that way. I don't know what they do next for Henry or Yadong, honestly. Really tough situation in general for both of them. Hopefully, though, I mean, best case scenario, Cejudo gets an Aldo match. They give Yadong. They need to give Yadong another person higher up in the rankings again. Like give him Font. Honestly, Rob. I don't know if Font's even. Wait, is Font even bantamweight anymore? Did he fight at featherweight? Maybe not Font, but someone in the top 10 of bantamweight Song Yadong definitely deserves to fight. Hopefully someone up, and then gives Henry Cejudo like an Aldo fight or another legend fight that he can have a better chance at winning and stuff. Because if he does have his last fight, he deserves to go against a legend. That way that gives the other chance to, for the other legend to retire, like Aldo. Like if Aldo and Cejudo fight, like that's a great retirement fight for either one of them to end on. So yeah, anyways, despite the main event crap and the co-main event kind of being dull, the rest of the card was really, really good. 7 fights, 7 finishes, and the prelims just absolutely crazy. So yeah, even though my pick rate wasn't really good, still an exciting card. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and see you later.